That crack on your wall may look harmless, but sometimes it is your building telling you that something is wrong. Cracks can appear because of temperature, shrinkage, settlement, or even structural problems. But how do you know which cracks are harmless and which ones you should never ignore? A building is constantly responding to its environment. Concrete dries and shrinks. Temperature changes make materials expand and contract. Soil can move beneath foundations, and when stresses become greater than what a material can handle, cracks begin to appear. First are hairline cracks. These are very thin cracks, often found in plaster or surface finishes. They commonly occur due to normal drying and shrinkage. If they remain stable and do not grow, they are usually more of a finishing issue than a structural emergency. But diagonal cracks deserve more attention. When cracks appear diagonally from the corners of doors or windows, they can indicate stress, concentration, or movement in the wall. They may also be associated with differential settlement. The wider and more continuous the crack, the more seriously it should be investigated. Another warning sign is the stair-step crack. This pattern follows the mortar joints of brick or block masonry. It can occur when different parts of a building move by different amounts. Uneven foundation settlement is one possible cause, so these cracks should not simply be covered with paint. Vertical cracks can have very different meanings depending on where they occur. A small crack in plaster is one thing, but a significant crack running through a reinforced concrete column, beam, or structural wall is much more concerning. Structural elements carry the building's loads, so cracking here requires professional assessment. The fifth warning sign is not just the shape, it is movement. A crack that keeps getting wider, returns after repair, allows water to enter, or appears to be growing should never be ignored. Active cracks can indicate that the underlying movement or stress is still happening. So what should you do when you find a suspicious crack? First, photograph it and record its location. Measure its approximate width. Check whether it changes over time. Look for associated signs, such as doors sticking, uneven floors, water leakage, or multiple cracks appearing together. And if the crack is significant or continues to grow, call a qualified structural engineer. Remember, not every crack means a building is unsafe, but every unusual or growing crack deserves attention. Understanding the pattern, location, width, and movement can tell you a lot, because in civil engineering, sometimes a small crack is simply a crack, and sometimes it is a warning.